Some artists make an unforgettable splash with a single hit, but their careers take a nosedive after that. In this video, we look at 10 one-hit wonders and what happened to them. Dream, a girl group formed in the late 90s, is best remembered for their hit single He Loves You Not, which peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200 in 2000. Signed to Diddy's Bad Boy Records, they released their debut album It Was All a Dream in 2001, which achieved moderate success. However, the group faced instability and their second album Reality being shelved after the 9/11 attacks. Diddy used that same template again on making the band, making a reality show to find Danity Kane in the mid-2000s. Dream disbanded in 2003 but reunited briefly in 2015, releasing new music before splitting again. Today the members have gone on different directions. Holly works as a therapist. Melissa attempted a solo music career and went into acting in the early 2000s, starring in movies like Love Don't Cost a Thing. She also formed a new group named Lady Phoenix in 2008 with her dream bandmate Ashley Poole, which didn't go anywhere, as they broke up after a couple of years. She was also in the news in 2017 when she filed a sexual assault lawsuit against Backstreet Boys singer Nick Carter. Diana Ortiz dabbled in music before moving on to other ventures. Other than their brief success in the early 2000s, Dream were victims of the bad boy curse and the villain of the music industry, Diddy. Vanessa Carlton skyrocketed to fame in 2002 with 1,000 Miles, an inescapable pop piano anthem that defined the early 2000s. The song became legendary after it was a part of a big scene in the movie White Chicks. The song became hugely successful, peaking at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, spending 15 weeks in the top 10. Vanessa's debut album Be Not Nobody also achieved some success, mainly because of the single, but the pressures to replicate that hit proved challenging. Her second album, Harmonium, wasn't really received well, as she went on a different direction, including working with her then boyfriend Stephen Jenkins of Third Eye Blind. While the album was good, it lacked label support, which hindered its commercial success. Even though Vanessa continued releasing albums independently, nothing has caught on since the early 2000s, as the songs only reached a niche audience. Recently, she found a new audience by branching into Broadway. In 2019, she made her debut as Carole King in Beautiful with a Carole King musical. She also continues releasing music and tour, appealing to her dedicated fan base, but she still hasn't managed to get another hit since 1,000 Miles. Duffy. Welsh singer Duffy became an overnight sensation with her 2008 debut album Rock Ferry, which featured the Grammy-winning hit Mercy. The song became a huge hit, peaking at number 1 on the UK singles chart. The album and the single's success earned her widespread acclaim, solidifying her as the next rising soulful pop star with huge potential. She was supposed to go on that path that Adele went on. However, her follow-up album Endlessly in 2010 failed to replicate the same level of success, partly due to a departure from the retro sound she was known for. After this sophomore slump, Duffy took an extended hiatus from music, disappearing from the public eye for years. In 2020, she re-emerged with a heart-wrenching revelation that she had been a victim of a traumatic kidnapping and assault that significantly impacted her ability to create and perform. She released the song Something Beautiful that year as a free download for fans, but has largely remained out of the mainstream music scene, focusing on her personal recovery and life away from the limelight. Rebecca Black. Rebecca Black became an overnight sensation in 2011 with her viral hit Friday. At just 13 years old, she and her parents paid a small production company to create a song and a music video, never anticipating how massive it would become. While the song received widespread mockery, Rebecca also received intense online hate, which took a significant toll on her mental health. After years of grappling with her meme status, she began a journey of self-discovery and reinvention. She took ownership of her narrative by experimenting with her sound, building a new identity as an independent artist. In 2021, she released the EP Rebecca Black Was Here, showcasing a more refined experimental pop sound. This paved the way for her 2023 debut album Let Her Burn, which was well received by fans and critics for its confidence and creativity. She has also toured, performing high-energy sets that include new material and reworked versions of Friday. She leaned into the campy, playful style and into the hyper-pop wave. Fans are now starting to appreciate her evolution into a defined artist, determined to make her mark in the music world. Roth. Roth stormed onto the scene in 2009 with I Love College, an ode to the college party scene, which connected to kids his age. The single's success was meteoric, peaking at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earning platinum certification. Asher was being touted as the next huge mainstream rapper, as he found a unique niche: frat rap. He was also white. His debut album, Asleep in the Bread Aisle, also received some critical praise and was semi-successful. However, his career quickly stalled. He struggled to escape the frat boy rapper label and also struggled with fame. His follow-up single failed to make an impact, and his attempts to pivot into a more introspective underground hip-hop style alienated much of his mainstream fan base. Label troubles compounded his issues, causing delays for his next projects. In recent years, Roth has kept a low profile, focusing on independent releases like his 2020 album Flowers on the Weekend, which was hated by the critics. He still remains active in music, but he has intentionally stepped away from the mainstream. Portugal the Man. Portugal the Man is far beyond your typical one-hit wonder story. Formed in 2004 in Alaska, the band built a loyal following in the indie music scene with a unique blend of psychedelic rock, experimental pop, and introspective lyrics. They released many albums between 2006 and 2013, but despite consistent critical acclaim and a growing fan base, mainstream success eluded them for over a decade. In 2017, the band released Woodstock, an album inspired by their desire to capture the spirit of protest and social change. The album's breakout single, Feel It Still, became an unexpected global sensation. With its groovy bass line and retro vibe, the song topped charts worldwide, including the Billboard Hot 100, where it peaked at number 4. It also earned the band a Grammy for Best Pop Duo Group Performance in 2018. The band continues to stay active in the music industry. While they haven't replicated the mainstream success of Feel It Still, the band remains committed to their experimental roots, releasing new music and touring extensively. In 2023, they released Chris Black's Changed My Life, an album dedicated to their late friend and collaborator. Beyond music, the band is deeply involved in activism, particularly around indigenous rights and environmental causes. Icona Pop. The Swedish duo Icona Pop, Caroline Hilt and Aino Jawo, skyrocketed to fame in 2012 with their international smash hit I Love It, featuring Charlie XCX. The song dominated global charts, reaching the top 10 in over 20 countries and solidifying their place in the electropop landscape. With its unforgettable chant of I don't care, I love it, and its infectious beat, the song reached number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Its inclusion in the HBO series Girls further increased its popularity and cemented its iconic status. However, following the success of their debut album This Is Icona Pop in 2013, they struggled to replicate its impact. Singles like Girlfriend and All Night enjoyed moderate success, but never reached the same heights. Despite this, the duo has remained active in the music industry, collaborate with artists like Tiesto and Afrojack, and tour internationally. In 2022, they announced new music, signaling a fresh chapter in their career. They mark their comeback with their 2023 album Club Romantic, coming back with a refreshed sound, inspired by the time they spent in Sweden during the pandemic. They have also diversified into DJing, maintaining relevance in the EDM scene. Brooke Hogan. Brooke Hogan, daughter of wrestling legend Hulk Hogan, made waves in 2006 with her single About Us, featuring Paul Wall, which peaked at number 33 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was part of her debut album Undiscovered, which performed decently, debuting on number 28 on the Billboard 200. However, her follow-up album The Redemption in 2009 struggled to make a mark. She was a nepo baby that tried to leverage that into a music career. During the late 2000s, she transitioned into reality TV, starring in Brooke Knows Best, a spin-off from her family show, Hogan Knows Best. The show explored her independent life, but after 2 seasons, it was cancelled. Despite the setbacks, Brooke dabbled into other ventures, including a stint as a wrestling executive for TNA Knockouts division and hosting The Fashion Hero on Amazon Prime, a show about redefining beauty standards. Today, Brooke remains active in the entertainment and business world, but her music career is a distant memory. Aly and AJ. Sisters Aly and AJ Michalka were Disney stars who burst onto the music scene in 2007 with their infectious hit Potential Breakup Song, which became a cultural phenomenon, peaking at number 17 on the Billboard Hot 100. Known for their bright pop sound, they were at the forefront of teen music during the mid-2000s. I think the song started the electropop trend of the late 2000s. However, the sisters took a long hiatus from music after their initial success, rebranding themselves as 78 Violet for a brief period, reinventing themselves. After that, they went back to acting, especially AJ, who has starred in many movies and TV shows like Easy A and Hellcats. Their career as a group saw a resurgence in the late 2010s when they embraced an indie pop sound. Their 2021 album, A Touch of the Beat, Gets You Up on Your Feet, Gets You Out and Then Into the Sun, was critically acclaimed, showcasing their growth as artists. They have continued to tour and release music independently, maintaining a loyal fan base while balancing acting careers. Tatu. Russian duo Tatu achieved international stardom in 2002 with their hit All the Things He Said, reaching number 1 in multiple countries including the UK. The provocative music video, with themes of forbidden love, sparked controversy from conservatives, ensuring the song's place in pop history. Despite their bold debut, their next releases struggled to capture the same level of global success, and by 2011, the duo officially disbanded. Both members, Lena Katina and Yulia Volkova, pursued solo careers after that, but neither achieved the commercial success of their group days. They reunited briefly for performances, including the 2014 Winter Olympics in Sochi, but that happened sporadically. In recent years, their legacy has endured through nostalgia as their music continues to influence new generations, with their one hit becoming iconic, particularly within the LGBTQ+ communities. Which one-hit wonders did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.